Attorney General for the great state of Delaware and son of the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden, Beau Biden, is on the line with us. BeauBiden.com is his website. And General Biden, welcome back to the program.
Great to be back on with you, Tom.
And also on behalf of the Barack Obama campaign, BarackObama.com. I got to tell you, though, over at BeauBiden.com, that is the one of the best family pictures I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I'm a lucky dad and a husband, so we got two good kids.
It is so sweet. Anyhow, we as you can imagine, for the last hour and a half, I've been taking calls. We've been talking about what happened in the debates last night. I'm curious your take on it.
Well, look, I thought the president did well, and what I was happy to see last night is two things kind of popped out at me. One, beyond a shadow of a doubt, now you have Mitt Romney fully embracing the voucherization of Medicare, which I think is very important to paint the very stark contrast that we've known has existed since the beginning of this general election, and is a very clear choice that everyone from Florida to Iowa has to make as it relates to who will better protect and defend Medicare as we know it. And the choice is clear on that. You have two very different paths, and Governor Romney was fully embracive of the voucherization of the Medicare.
You're right.
Of Medicare to the cost of $6,000 to seniors who would be under Medicare under his plan. So that was a positive development among several. The other one was as clear and kind of candid as he was about Medicare, he was the opposite of that as it relates to his tax plan. I mean, it was stunning to me to hear him walk away from or try to disavow or act as if it was a surprise to him that for the last many months, including during his primary, that he was embracing what amounts to nearly a $5 trillion tax cut. Independent taxes outfits, independent organizations out there estimated that it's a $4.8 to $5 trillion tax cut over the next 10 years.
Yeah, he's not been ambiguous about this.
He acted like he was surprised to hear that was something that was associated with him.
Yeah, I mean, he has not been ambiguous about this. He's just, yes, 20% right across the board. We're going to cut everybody's taxes by 20%. Well, you add all that up, and over a 10-year period, that's $5 trillion. That's arithmetic, to paraphrase Bill Clinton being paraphrased by Barack Obama. Yeah, no, and so that was, the candor on one side and the lack of candor on the other side. It now reminds me of what people talked about with Governor Romney in terms of his primary opponents and about him being a flip-flopping on it, whether it be his former primary opponents or his primary opponents in 2008 or his general election opponent in 2002 or his race against Ted Kennedy so many years ago. I mean, right.
He kind of played back to the old type of what he was known for in terms of not being wedded to any one policy in any given day.
We're talking with Beau Biden, the Attorney General for the great state of Delaware. And General Biden, I'm curious your thoughts on. I mean, Mitt Romney came out with knives drawn. I mean, to the point of calling the President of the United States a liar and a boy. And I was just astounded by that. I've had no shortage. I mean, just half the callers who've called into this program so far have been, did he really use the word boy? And and referring to the president, and just some stunning stuff. And President Obama held his equanimity, his composure, quite well through all that. Was there, do you have any idea if there was, if the campaign plan was to let the moderator deal with that kind of misbehavior on the part of Romney, or was it to have President Obama be more presidential? I mean, what was the strategy here? Do you know?
I honestly don't know, Tom. I'm not in those rooms and during those discussions, and as you know me well enough to know, even if I was, I'm not. I let you all cover the kind of behind the curtain piece of it, but from my point of view, sitting there with my wife watching it last night, I mean, the president is the president. He was presidential, and he was articulating his vision for the country for the next 4 years going forward. And I think he showed some real restraint there with the dishonest statements that Governor Romney made, not just about Governor Romney's stated positions over the course of the last 12 months, but dishonest assessments and representations of the president's policies.
Yes.
And so this is one debate. We got total 3 more, as you know. I'm looking forward to the debate on October 11th with Representative Ryan and my father. My father is working very hard to prepare for it, just like he did in the debate against Sarah Palin. He's studying up. He's methodically preparing for it, and Paul Ryan is an expert in his budget, the budget, domestic policy, and so he's working hard to be prepared.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that. I was at a dinner that your dad was at, and where he kind of came around and worked the room, and he is one of the best retail politicians I've ever in my entire life met. I think he's right up there with Bill Clinton. He's a very, very smart man.
Well, first of all, thank you. He's a bright man. He's working hard to get prepared for this debate. But one of the things that makes a person like that, you didn't ask me this, but since you raised it, people see authenticity, and
yes.
You've followed this here for a long time and been on the airwaves about it for a long time. Authentic people that like people, that enjoy being with people, that's what you see come through with at least with our ticket and with the president, with my dad, and obviously with President Clinton. The good news is my father is the same person he is when he's talking to a prime minister as he's talking to a person in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, or Tallahassee, Florida. People know who he is wherever he is.
Yeah, and I think you could say that is true as well of President Obama. That the President Obama that we have been watching now ever since he was Senator Obama and first came on the national stage has been quite consistent in by and large in his political positions and in his temperament. And Mitt Romney has been all over the map. And I'm just wondering how how we all should respond to 27 lies in 38 minutes. I mean, Mitt Romney spoke for 38 minutes last night, and the Center for American Progress has documented 27 myths that Romney told. That's the nice word. Go ahead.
Look, I've been through a bunch of campaigns. As you have, and the last 30 days, the last 33 days. It's about just like the events I've been doing in New Hampshire today. Going town to town, door to door, shopping center to shopping center, diner to diner, and articulating our side's vision, the ticket's vision, Obama-Biden vision for the next 4 years.
Right.
And we have the president has the host
Attorney General Biden, your cell phone is fading out on us. I'm very sorry, but we've almost completely, in fact, I have completely lost you. I'm sorry. I'll drop it on hold, and maybe Danielle can. Danielle, line 11. There we go. Can say hi. But anyway, thank you so much for being with us. And he is back. His cell phone. Your phone is working now.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I was going through an underpass there.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We just have about a minute left anyway. You were wrapping up.
The bottom line is in the last 33 days of the campaign, it's about going door to door. And, we have now over 100 offices and field offices in Ohio. We have field offices all over New Hampshire, all over the state of Florida. We have more field offices in Ohio, Tom, than we did in the 2008 campaign. You got energetic young people, old people, everybody in between, working the phones every night, working day and day. Early voting has begun. Early voting began in Ohio on October 2nd. Early voting has begun in many across the country, and Iowa last week. So people are at the polls, going to the polls, and getting people to the polls and getting out the vote. It's the whole voting here.
Yeah, and that's what we all need to be doing. Is we need to be focusing on the the ground game, as it were, and making this thing happen.
Yeah, I mean, the one website is what I would recommend everybody go to, gottavote.com, gottavote.com, and it will show anybody who logs into that where and what time and when you can go vote, and where your polling place is, and how to register.
Is that GOTTA vote.com?
Exactly right.
Gottavote.com. I'm going to have to check that out. That makes it easier, helps people figure it out, and helps them get to the polls. Attorney General for Delaware, for the great state of Delaware, Beau Biden. His website, BeauBiden.com. The Barack Obama campaign, of course, BarackObama.com, and GottaVote.com. That's a great one. General Biden, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks, Tom.
Great talking.